Well, when I think of the word strut, you know, I think of my grandmother. That sounds strange, because when I was a kid, you know, if you got dressed up and you looked nice, you know, she'd say, you know, strut your stuff. You know, you look great. And but for me, strut is about being proud of who you are, accepting yourself. You know, we're all individuals. We're all freaks of some kind, you know, and we shouldn't have to worry about society's version of what's beautiful or what's acceptable. Or we're all different. We're all beautiful. All of the colors make up, you know, everything. And so it's really just about being yourself and being confident in who you are, whatever that is. For me, I can say that, you know, throughout my life, I've gone through different phases of accepting myself. And then, you know, I change a lot. I think most of us change a lot through our lives. So it's sort of this circle that keeps going, you know. You accept yourself, you move on, you change, you accept some more. Maybe you're not so comfortable, but you're working on it, and you accept that, and then you grow some more. So it's kind of like a beautiful dance that we do in life. The experience I had making this record was one of taking me back to a place that I remember in high school. Very organic place of jamming, playing music, no pretense, no plans. And so I decided to start the rehearsal process in a house, in a very small bedroom, because that's the way I used to jam. I used to, you know, after school, go over to friends' houses who had equipment, and you would jam in their bedroom, and that's where the magic began. I had no idea I was going to make an album. I was busy shooting Catching Fire with a very busy schedule, waking up at 5 in the morning and working these ungodly hours that actors work. I'm normally on musician hours, so it's the complete opposite. But after I was working these long days, I would come home and I started to hear all of this music in my head. And I had two choices at that point: either ignore it and go to sleep and get the rest that I needed to work the next day, or pay attention and receive something that you had no idea that you were going to receive. So I began to listen, and I got my tape recorder and I started writing, and these songs started coming out 2 and 3 at a time. After I cut all the tracks and I began to mix, I realized that I was going in this direction that reminded me of the sonic quality of records like Tattoo You by the Stones or Let's Dance by David Bowie. What do those two things have in common? Bob Clearmountain. For me, the concept was about grit and glamour. That's what I called it, because I wanted it to have the strength of the guitar, bass, and drums, have the grit, have the dirt, have the noise, have that intention, rock and roll. But on the same hand, I wanted there to be a certain polish to it. And that is one of the things I think Bob Clearmountain does so well. It's rock and roll, but it's really professionally done and has a beautiful sheen to it as well. So I figured, why try to emulate somebody that's alive and still working and can do it? So I called Bob Clearmountain. This is the first time I've ever gone outside of, you know, myself and my camp mixing the records. And I told him what a fan I was, and I made this record, and I wondered if you wouldn't mind mixing my album. And the first sentence that came out of his mouth was, "I've been waiting for you to call." So I went to Los Angeles and we mixed the record, and to me that's where the record really took life. I'm feeling really good about this upcoming world tour. My band is incredible, and you know, everything just feels right. Sometimes you just catch a certain wave and it takes you where you need to go. You know, I'm excited to play the new music, and it's a great place to be 25 years in and to still be inspired and hungry, and you know, I'm just really excited.